Welcome to my channel, The Sales Target. I'm your host, Manik Senanayake. As always, we look at something very meaningful and insightful related to sales, and today we're going to look at the 5 P's of sales or selling. Now, just like in marketing, in selling also you get so many different P's. From prospecting to pitch to product to price to positioning, perceptions, proof. There are so many different P's, but I have picked up 5 P's which I feel are the most important 5 P's when it comes to selling. Let's look at that. Number 1 is personality. Now, sales is an individual transaction. The person who does the selling has the biggest influence. So we all know that it's not always the case that the best product, best solution always get picked up or ends up in a closing of a sale. It is the emotions that come to the forefront to close a sale. They say that people buy with emotions and then really later justify with logic, which is true. So as a result, you find the personality matters a lot. When I say personality, is consists of all the traits and qualities a person has. It ranges from being tacit to your cheerfulness, your likability, your charisma, the loyalty, honesty, the ability to create rapport, your smile. There are so many different elements that are so subjective, which affects of really creating that rapport with the prospect. They say that almost 80% personality plays a role in closing of a sale or getting the customer convinced about your proposition. So you can't really ignore that. So how do you get your personality right? It's all about self-awareness, understanding what sort of vibes you create. And most importantly, understand what sort of consumers out there and his mentalities and his psychographic profile, which means each customer or prospect is different. So you need to address and be very adaptive in terms of interacting with different clients. Some people like space. Some like to have a conversation continuously. Some like to really look at your non-verbal cues, how you appear, how you show up basically, and how you manage state, your listening skills. So ability to come up with great questions. Really create a frequency that is in tune with the customer's sentiments or mentalities. That is very important. So personality is all about that. So you need to create or plant seeds of likability and value creation, because nothing else will move forward, because personality is what drives the product or the sale. So the second P is prospecting. Now, prospecting is basically about lead generation, conversions, and building your base. So if you're looking at sustainable growth or month-on-month performance, you need to have a great pipeline. So what feeds the pipeline is prospectors. You need to know how to master the art of prospecting. If you don't really prospect and build your network and just be out there engaging with customers and building referrals, you're not going to be a great salesman, because you might have 1 or 2 great months, but if you want to have consistency over a period of time, you need to really master the skills of prospecting. Now, prospecting is all about managing your time, your effort, and your resources. So you need to really maximize your prospecting efforts. So there are different tools or opportunities that are created with time and with technology. Some are like the good old-fashioned referrals. You need to get referral from your existing clients. That's a great prospecting tools, and your existing client base, cross-sale, upsell, and also about engaging in various network opportunities, joining clubs and societies, and also use various technology, Google search, Google alerts, and of course various sophisticated software tools of cognitive tools that are available, CRM and various other Salesforce.com that you can really use to enhance your prospecting efforts, and also probably various public social media platforms, not only social media, professional media channels like LinkedIn, so where you can really build your base and develop your prospecting. So prospecting is the second P. Number 3 is basically preparation. Now, it goes on without saying that selling is all about connecting with the individual or the prospect. To connect with the individual, you need to know about the individual. So that's the preparation part. Preparation is not about just sharing your product features and functionalities. You need to really, in your content, come up with things which are, in tune with the customer's frequency. So to understand way before you really engage the customer in your conversation, you need to understand what is called customer profiling, and do your due diligence in terms of what moves him, not his just needs. What sort of pain he has, what sort of solution he is looking, what is it that he is not saying. This is the preparation effort. Now it's not about just forming prospectors and show up on the big day with all your sales document. No, it's all about behind the screens what you need to do to reconnect. So you need to transform your USP, whatever that you're trying to sell, to SSP, which is unique selling proposition, need to be translated into what is called solution to a specific problem, because that's what creates relevance. So that was 0 in terms of understanding the customer's problem. So that is very important in your preparation stage, because here the most important thing is that you need to provide different options, and that requires a lot of preparation. So number 4P is the perception. Now, selling is all about creating a perception in the minds of the consumer. Now, you might have the best product, best functions, best features, but if you really don't create a perception that is positive, that is engaging in the minds of the consumer, you're not going to sell. You might have an average product, but if you rightly position in the minds of the consumer and create a real story, talk about using nice pictures and imagery, you create that perception, most likely you might end up in a sale. So perception is an absolute necessity and a very key role in trying to sell a product which sometimes the customer doesn't want or have not thought about it. So perception creation is an absolute necessity. So here you find under position there are about 4 P's integrated, which is the picture, the presentation, the perception as well. Now, irrespective of where the transaction or the negotiation take place, or it can take place outside in a car park or in a restaurant, or maybe in an elevator, maybe an elevator pitch, or maybe in a door-to-door sale where the first interaction with the customer takes place, the whole presentation and the perception matters a lot. Even at boardroom level, at that highest level, probably in a B2B scenario, how we position the product and create that position in the minds of the prospect is an absolute necessity, a tool that you need to have in a sales arsenal. Last but not least is the perseverance. I would say the most important. That's the separator, that's the differentiator, because sales is not for everyone. It is those people who can sustain so much of stress, disappointments, failures, and ability to still press on, will make great salespeople. So they know what they're getting into. That's why they say sales is not for everyone. Our ABC or our attitude will determine our behavior, and our behavior will determine our consequences. These guys know exactly what they want to do. That's why they never give up. When you have a negative feedback or a bad month, they have this capacity to self-evaluate, recalibrate, and then look at innovative ways to come on top of it. Now, they are self-inspired as well, but inspiration is not enough. It's also about perspiration. So they are willing to put in the hours because they are absolutely focused in terms of what they want to achieve, but very flexible in their execution. So they are very purpose-driven. They know why they are in sales. They love making money, and they will do whatever it takes to get the job done. So these are the 5 P's which I could come up with as the most important. I'm sure all what we discuss, all the other P's are relevant as well. But what is important is that it's all interrelated. But if you can get these 5 P's right under your belt, I think you'll have a great sales career. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, The Sales Target. Please feel free to share this video with your friends. And thank you for watching, and just reminding you, it's time we stop selling, start closing. Thank you.